Every time I have to do it twice, I'm just going to do it again. Welcome back to another episode of Market Buzz. You heard that right. We are live. Welcome to another episode. Today, markets are green. It's a great day to be an investor. If you watched us on Mondays, you're printing tendies today. You can't complain. We did something very good. Very good. Me and Demetrius went live, even though we all at Market Buzz agreed that it was a buy the rumor, sell the news. And it was, in fact, a buying opportunity on Tuesday. And Wednesday ended up being fantastic. So we're going to do a little bit of one of this. Thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate you. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Today is Trump. The markets are ripping to all-time highs. Hopefully we can continue that storyline. He definitely paying attention to markets. He did say so himself in the little speech that he had in Davos. The timing was so perfect. The timing was so perfect. And yeah, I mean, markets are up. We're good. We're going to be talking about what to pay attention to next. Earnings season is upon us. We have Intel today at the end of the day. We have Timothy. Can you confirm the earnings next week or in 2 weeks for the Max?
So Meta is in eight days.
Okay.
So not next week.
Okay. So Monday. Okay. All right. So yeah, earnings season started. Something to pay attention to. We have to make sure that the story continues. Earnings continues to grow. AI CapEx continues to spend, I guess. So we're going to be paying close attention to that. I'm here with Dimitris and Timothy and myself, Nestor Mendoza. Make sure to check out our portfolios down below, even though they might not be there because life got in the way. We were trying to figure this out. But yeah, if you have any questions, don't forget to put them in the chat. We're more than happy to answer them. Welcome, Graham. Welcome, assistant donors. Very nice. Welcome. Really good to have you guys. We really appreciate you watching every single time. Props to you. All right. So, crazy markets. Who wants to start this?
All right. So let me go with the Trump thing. So we went live on what day was it? Tuesday?
Monday. We went Monday. Market was closed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, on the Martin Luther King Day.
Correct.
And the rumors were out, but the market was closed. But the futures were pointing like lower. And like you have said, this is a nothing burger. There's nothing there. This is what Trump. I mean, if you're an investor and you spend a couple of years with Trump, at least you spend the last couple of years on his first term, and you know how he operates, how he negotiates, and how he talks to the press and to foreign leaders, and you got panicked on Monday and Tuesday, then you're probably not making money in markets. So we said that it's a nothing burger. That's what Trump does. He announced the Greenland plans a year earlier, so this wasn't a surprise. And there's always a compromise to be made, a deal to be made. As for the stars and settle for the moon, that's his style. That's what it was. And once yesterday he announced that he's not thinking about taking military action in Greenland or fighting with other allies. Then the market rebounded on a dime, and we had a great day. But yeah, everything. I was not worried whatsoever.
Yeah. I mean, like the Tuesday sell-off was interesting because it was like a continuation of Monday, even though markets weren't open. So people were just like the people that wanted to sell on Monday and couldn't got out on Tuesday and got hurt. All of a sudden, we saw the market sort of taking it in. There was ups, there was downs. There was some maybe rhetoric around the idea that maybe we were going to get a backtrack. Maybe we're going to get a taco. Maybe we're going to get a FAFO. By the way, taco is Trump always chickens out, and FAFO, fuck around and find out kind of thing, right? With Venezuela, because it's so fresh, I think a lot of people thought that, hey, maybe Trump has changed his stance with the world. The reality, he hasn't. He hasn't, right? He still has to pay attention to the big allies. He doesn't want to separate from NATO. The narrative continues to be the same. He just wanted a little bit of flexibility with the current deal that he has with the Greenland. That's it, right? At least in my humble opinion. right? We will see how this pans out. He called victory yesterday after the speech. They gave him everything he wanted, and markets rally like crazy. And we see the continuation of that today. Could we see a little bit of a sell-off today? Sure, or maybe on Friday, right? But again, nothing to worry about. The market continues to sort of pump ahead. We continue to see green skies ahead, in my opinion.
One thing from the Davos this year, because I've been following the coverage of Davos in the last few years, and it's always like a storyline. The BlackRock CEO and the Blackstone CEO, and they talk about crypto and about blockchain and about the environment. This year, nobody cared about anything else. The topic was Greenland and Trump. Like,
Yeah.
Why did they even bother to get to Davos instead of just doing it in the White House? The conversation was Greenland and Trump. So Trump knows how to headline and how to dominate the press. That's what he knows to do best. So that's Davos this year.
100%. He wants to talk about something, we're going to talk about something. You know, it's like you don't get to decide the topic and the agenda. Trump does, right? And he showed that here.
And he wants to distract us from the Epstein files.
That's what many people are saying. Which is very, very, very interesting. But again, we'll never know until they release those files, which I don't think they ever will. But again, yeah, we don't want to get political here.
But I mean, let's imagine he would invade Greenland, and then 3 years later his term ends. I mean, how many people would go to jail because they invaded, and they thought because Trump said it was okay to invade? So if we're realistic, it wouldn't happen.
No, the cost is too high, right? The cost just doesn't make any sense, right?
The only cost that, if they invaded Greenland, the next administration is not giving it back and putting people in jail. So whatever they do, they're going to go with it the same way they did with Vietnam. And like 20 years later, they're going to say, you know what, maybe it wasn't the right way to go about it. But the cost is not really money, because you're not invading Germany and they have an army. You're invading like 50,000 people that they have houses, and you're not really invading anybody. But the issue is like fighting at the shores of Greenland with your allies. And it's not money. It's just like, relationships and partnerships that you have with Europe. Do you want to destroy that for a piece of land? That's what it comes down to. And Trump tried to bluff his way into. He said he got a deal. I don't know what the deal is.
We don't know.
He's happy about it. So I'm guessing it's something more than what he wanted, right? So we're gonna find the details. But yeah, it was a political gamble for sure. All this Greenland talk and how the whole thing ended up in Davos. Coincidentally, the timing is questionable. But yeah, the market is showing that they're liking the result.
I think we can move on to the next chapter, and Greenland won't be a topic of highlight anymore. It will be more about the possible next shutdown, I believe. Because
it's at the end of January, no?
Yeah. So that will be the next scare.
Didn't they pass some things in terms of the health bills? I'm not sure. I have to do my research, because that's next week, so we have to pay attention to that. So I guess maybe that's where the narrative heads, because we just don't want that uncertainty and doubt into the.
But every time we get a shutdown, again, it's like fears for nothing. It just, the last time I think the market performed pretty well in the 45 days, whatever the number was. So I'm not worried about that. What I'm worried about is earnings. I don't want to start getting. I don't want to start getting mixed earnings by some specific people, companies. Like I don't want a surprise from Microsoft this time around, right? Like there's some people that they report on point time after time. You don't want them to start missing now.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting that Microsoft is so down too, because Timothy was talking
Yes.
about Meta, right? Just before the episode. But Microsoft is also getting punished because they just like they're not innovating in the AI and whatever. But we know that their cloud service is going to be fantastic, right? They've just been so beat up, right? And it's like it almost looks like a bubble chart on Microsoft, but I just don't think that they're going to be missing or showing anything to surprise here.
No, I don't think so either. But it's
I mean,
not
if
that.
it does, it's bad.
Yeah, I mean, their innovation is not as obvious as Google, Amazon. You
It's
know,
down 20% from the highs. And if
Yeah.
you noticed, it's Max 7 in totality, maybe excluding Google, that has been underperforming the market since November 2025, which means that we have other sectors leading. So we have small caps leading. We have financials were doing better by the end of 2025, but now we have more defensive plays doing well. Now you should know that the S&P 500 is mostly tech stocks. So if tech stocks are not participating and we have small caps taking the lead, or let's say other stocks that are usually not leading, then we should ask ourselves, is this sustainable? Because we need those growth stocks to push up the S&P 500 higher. So that's what we're gonna see with the earnings next week. If earnings are as predicted, as estimates, then I think we're off for a next leg higher.
Yeah. No, and it's interesting because it's like I think this is one of the first few times in the last couple of years where the Nasdaq is lagging the S&P, the IWM, and the Max 7 is lagging even more, right? Apparently, some analysts were thinking that the last thing to give away was the Max 7, but it turns out the Max 7s have not been performing as hot as everything else, and then the rest of the market seems to be benefiting from the rest of the AI build out and all of this different investment and capex boom that we're seeing. So,
But
we're seeing
it's also the opportunity to allocate in those plays, because when was the last time we had the Max 7 undervalued? That was April 2025. So
correct.
that's almost 1 year ago. So if right now you see an opportunity to add the Max 7 to your portfolio at fairly cheap prices. I mean, my intrinsic value for Microsoft sits around 544, and now it's trading at 444. That's $100 discount. So that's not a bad play right now. Meta, Microsoft. I even bought some Nvidia, because Nvidia was also having a bad day on Tuesday when the market dropped. So yeah, I think yeah, for those that don't have those Max 7 in the portfolio, this year might be the year to accumulate.
It does feel like that, right? Like even if you're buying the Nasdaq, you're buying really good prices on those names that could potentially move the index, right? So I'm bullish on them. I increased my position on Meta, and I've been increasing as it was coming down. I think Microsoft is an opportunity here. I told my girlfriend to buy some Microsoft, which is like, I was like, yeah, it's time. It's time.
Also, the tech industry is extremely undervalued
Yeah,
compared
software,
to
software right now
software,
is hurting.
compared to the S&P. Why? Because there was this fear that AI would now take over all the software industries, and that there is too much competition because now everyone can make a software easily. So you had Salesforce dropping over 30-40%. ServiceNow is also one of the companies that I've added to my portfolio here. I really like this company, which is more specialized into software for businesses. So that's a company that I'm eyeing. But the truth is, those are the companies that's also going to adapt to AI. For example, Salesforce, they already implemented a credit system where you pay your AI agents based on credits. So not how it used to be based on a monthly subscription. So they're also adapting their payment system to benefit from AI. And I think if you're just reading the headlines, yeah, you could get scared. But how many times did software die already since inception? There's so many panic days that we had, and every time it recovered because those companies really have strong fundamental modes. And yeah, I can imagine they're already thinking 10 years ahead on how they can innovate and make more money year after year, and that's
Correct.
exactly what they're going to do.
Yeah, companies like Adobe, right? That they already have the client base, right? If you want to be a professional, you're not going to use Grok to create a movie. You're going to be using Adobe Premiere and all of these different products, right? So it's like you still have a mode. I do believe it's degrading because there is a possibility, but we're so far away from that. Like, yeah, the development is insane, but what stops? For example, I believe Adobe just implemented a Nano Banana within their models, right? So it's like even if you get the best model, if you have the client base, you just put them through your gate, and at worst case scenario, you still make some of that benefit, like take some of that benefit, right? So that's what I'm like, that's what my take is, right? At least in that sector, I think potentially we could see a rebound because it hasn't been doing so hot. And then the question is when do they start getting to fair valuations here? And I think, for example,
Software is as XLC, XLK, not sure what's the ticker.
Let me have a look. XLK is that's technology.
So we have tech, but that's pretty high.
Yeah, but it's software.
I'm gonna go for software.
Yeah,
Not sure.
I have to show it. Maybe somebody in the chat knows. Antonio's in the house. Dragos, Graham, Sachs in the house too for Dimitri. But yeah, thank you guys for showing up every Thursday. We appreciate it.
Let me get back to you. I'm gonna search it.
Antonio has been paying attention. The thing is like I do believe the modes are degrading. The question is how fast do they degrade? But I have something important, very important about Adobe that changes everything. Check affinity, crazy what they offer for free. You know, so it's like maybe the new wave of creators are going to be using this. Are going to be using the new tech, but so far I don't know. I just don't see them slowing down because it's like if you want to get very specific. But again, I would have to check it out. Apparently, they were acquired by Canva here, so something to pay attention to here. Okay, guys, I want to talk about
it. Oh. This is the software sector. IGV.
So maybe you play the whole sector.
This software sector ETF.
Man, crazy.
It's down
a lot,
like 18 19% already.
Okay. This would be interesting. The thing is just like, again, it's the services and everything behind as well, right? So something to pay attention. I'll check out the affinity. Wow. You like to play with fire. So Dragos was the one that walked me into SanDisk. SanDisk has done insane. He wants to short it now. Mm-hmm. I just don't think so because it's like we are in a phase where if you want to finish your data centers, you have to pay whatever it takes. So you just have to pay it. And like, you know, when I'm going to start shorting is when we start seeing the consumer prices drop is when I want to sort of pay attention to and start thinking of getting out of those positions.
There's one thing to consider though, and it's relevant to the tech that we were just discussing and the data centers, like in the future of build-up. We have to, because who is paying basically for the build-up of data centers? The usual suspects, the 5, 6, 7 companies that have the money actually to spend. So we're gonna get their earnings, and don't be surprised if you hear like a mild slowdown in CapEx spending. That changes everything.
Yeah,
So
that's the thing. And the question is what happens when one of the companies gets rewarded for it?
I think
Right?
Apple has been rewarded for the spending.
For not making the
being-
spend. They're just waiting on the
Yeah.
sidelines, and they just take advantage of Google that's already ahead, right? So it's like I'm just gonna take advantage of someone until I figure out exactly what I want to build.
So who reports first? Do you have the schedule? Which company reports first?
Earnings Hub.
So,
Let me show.
so
But
let's
yeah.
say, so let's say the first one, the schedule says that they're going to slow down.
Today is Intel. And Intel is going to be very interesting because they're a comeback story.
Do they
even their product lines are being revered online.
Do they even make money, Intel?
No, but maybe they will.
Is it like 70% up, like year to date or something ridiculous like that?
Not year to date, but like in the since the lows, yeah, it's up a lot. It's up 100 and something percent. All right, let me show you the earnings calendar tomorrow, next week. So next week we have Tesla, Microsoft. We have Meta on Wednesday.
Intel is up 40% year to date.
Very good.
So they have to report something spectacular.
Of course, but it's all the guidance, right? As long as you can show guidance here.
Yeah.
So we have here we have starting Tuesday, UPS, Boeing. Those are interesting ones to pay attention to. UNH. Is that UNH? Yeah, UNH.
No, that's UN. No, that's
UNH, United Health.
Okay.
United Health Group. And then we have Tesla on Wednesday, Microsoft, Meta. So we're going to get some clarity there.
Okay.
It's just an buying opportunity on Microsoft.
So that's the day.
ASML.
That's the day that everything happens. Because one of those three says that they're slowing down the CapEx spending. You're going to see if the market rewards them with a 10% up in the aftermarket. And then the rest of them have to follow.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you might end up being like a bondholder, like holding the companies that contribute to the build out of the data centers, not the people that actually spend the money.
Yeah.
So it will be interesting.
And we stream on Thursday, so
correct.
It's gonna be packed.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then Western Digital and SanDisk on the Thursday too. So it's gonna be Wednesday, Thursday. So it's gonna be hot. So make sure to hit that like and subscribe. Don't forget to get your notifications for the future streams. And make sure to check out our profiles down below.
Apple is on Thursday. I'm guessing it's after the market close, but the Visa might be before the market open, and it's going to be interesting to hear them what they have to say, and MasterCard as well, what they have to say about the cap, about the 1 year interest rate cap that Trump is talking about.
I don't think he's gonna be able to do it. Because that changes the game. That changes the rules. They're just gonna cut a bunch of people and they're just gonna reset credit.
For 1 year, you don't think you can put it up for 1 year, like a 1 year 10% cap?
A bank is not gonna take the risk. Like you're at 30% because the people that don't pay for that. But you're just not gonna give money willy-nilly. Nope.
Do you think maybe he's starting with a 10 so they can meet up in the middle, like at 17,
25? You know what I mean? Like he's gonna get like 3-4% and he's gonna call it a win.
Yeah.
Like I liked I'm not gonna lie, I liked your analogy of like aim for the stars and land in the moon.
Yeah.
But it turns out the stars are really far away. Yeah, makes perfect sense. All right, Intel today. I'm actually delevering from Intel because I believe with Dimitri says, which is too high, too fast. We just don't know. There's a little bit of added risk. So I'm just hedging a little bit, but I'm only hedging 25% of my position. I'm willing to go down with them for a little while. I'm like my buying is so low on this.
Okay. A couple of thoughts on Intel. I think the PE is like in the thousands.
Yeah, but that's okay because it's a turnaround story.
Okay, but I think the turnaround story in the price has happened already.
Not yet, because we're talking about the potential of being the American fab, like creating chips, competing with the TSM, like.
Yeah, but is it like up to the 200% since the announcement? I think so. So are you gonna and now from now on everything is speculation. So it's
It is
speculation if everything happens.
correct.
So taking some risk of the table right here
It's
is
massive risk. It's
yeah,
massive risk, but it's still valued at 300 billion. You know, it's still small compared to the big players, right?
yeah.
So
With
it's
the
like there's
PE,
still
Also,
room
I
here.
do see Procter and Gamble on the list for today, which is consumer staples. So it will be interesting to see if my thesis of outperformance from the consumer staples plays out. I'm watching PepsiCo, I'm watching Coca-Cola, Costco, all those companies did actually very well during the Tuesday dip. So when tech was dropping, you saw consumer staples moving up together with healthcare. So yeah, whenever there's a big scare, you see money moving or rotating into more the defensive sector.
Hmm.
yeah, that's what investors do. They look for a safe haven, and usually the consumer staples as a core consumer stable because they are stable to the consumer. So
Well,
if
have you heard the theory that Eli Lilly's and Novo Nordisk's weight loss drugs are the reason Pepsi and Coca Cola might not perform because people are not eating as much? It's crazy. I heard that theory and I was like, huh. I don't know how true it can be. You know what I mean? But it's like maybe that's one of the reasons. If that's one of the reasons, I think we're just gonna be buying. You know, like it's a to buy.
Also, they are betting big on healthy food as well. Like it's not only the chips and the coke from years ago.
Yeah.
I think the whole point of the pill and the injection was to eat, and despite eating, lose the weight.
No, no. You
No,
It's like
stop
you
having
eat, but not as
hunger.
much. Yeah, you don't get it as much, but
yeah,
you eat normal.
yeah. For
It
some
like
people,
controls the craving.
it's like Dunkin' Donuts
Yeah,
and McDonald's. You know.
correct. So yeah,
Which, by the way, the other day I ordered some McRibs from McDonald's. We discussed that last week. That's the indicator, and I wanted to ask Timothy what's going on with Bitcoin. Where we go
yeah.
with Bitcoin
L
from?
was asking. Yeah,
Yeah.
L was asking.
Um, Maybe we should show the chart,
Yeah, do it
or
up. Do it up. You control it better.
let's let's go to the charts, and then I'll have to go. Give me a sec.
And I have to show. I'm gonna have to show Graham the chart. Graham, you weren't
Yes.
here when we showed the chart.
Yes.
That's crazy talk,
No, no, you showed me last time.
right? But Graham is like, what chart? I'm like,
Ah, maybe you can send it. I can
yeah.
show
Let
it.
me. I might
But
just do
yeah,
it really
Bitcoin
quick.
basically, I was a bit optimistic when we had a nice move up to, let's say, 98. That was
Hmm.
a decent move we had. But then, yeah, after the Greenland drama, Bitcoin gave it all back. So right now it's struggling to just continue higher, but we are still seeing higher
Lower
lows,
highs. Yeah,
which
yeah.
is
Lower.
positive, and
Yeah.
higher highs. So I would say the trend is still in the short term up, but as I'm still thinking that this is a bear market, I wouldn't say we go to new all-time highs in the first half of the year anytime soon. I think this will be a test of resistance at around 100k, maybe a bit higher, but eventually move down because the on-chain data is showing that there's no interest in crypto. There's zero interest in crypto. It's even less than last year. So where's the money coming from? Yes, we have institutions buying. Michael Saylor actually bought Bitcoin on Tuesday, but the price crashed 5%. So all the money that is spent on Bitcoin by institutions is getting sold by the whales. So you still have a lot of whales that are loading off their holdings that have been, that had accumulated Bitcoin at cheap prices are now selling their positions. So in my opinion, it's not there yet for crypto to have a bull market. At least that's what the chart is telling me. You want to see a nice, clear uptrend. This is just price sideways action. It's at the same level it has been since November 2025. So
Yeah,
not a
we have
lot
to
happening.
consolidate. Yeah, it seems to we're consolidating for a little while, eh? Here, let me share my screen.
And I'm gonna
So-
go.
All right,
So-
yeah. We'll do it quickly, and then we'll end it. This is the rumor part of the show. Just there you go. That's it. Every time the MAC comes out, Bitcoin pumps. So we have a thesis. If we break all-time highs, it's because of the MAC.
It's a 2x every time
Yeah.
that happens. So
I'll be in the background, Timothy. If you
Okay,
wanna
okay.
stay. Thanks so much for
Thanks,
watching,
guys, for
everybody.
watching.
Well,
Thank you,
bye,
buddy.
Timothy. I'll hang out with
Bye-bye.
Dimitris for a little while.
Yep.
I'll put you in the background. Bye, Timothy. Bye.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the other day, what day was it? Tuesday? Yeah, I was like, let me order some McDonald's. And then I'm looking through the menu and I see the McCreek. I was like, oh, I'm getting one of those. Has been a while. And then I text you guys.
Yeah.
The indicator
It's
will be
bad.
correct.
Yeah. Did you see Boyle? Did you see Nat Gas?
Yeah.
It's crazy, yeah. This was crazy. I didn't even think it was going to be this much, and it's still pumping. It's still like it just touched all-time highs like in the last little while. Here, let me share. So it's crazy, and I'm on at 2x.
The best part of the stream starts now.
Yeah, I'm gonna chill for a bit, but I'm gonna have to. Man, I'm making music too. You ready? You ready for this? Let me have a look. Let me share something here. I'm like gone on a loop, and it's kind of bad. Let me know if you can hear it. You might not be able to, but it might take a second. Like, can you hear?
Slow to the promised land. Name new app chips down. Hand on the mouse, heart full of doubt. Sign up by let's ride. Thought I was the best in the game. Leveled up, no clue how wild this game will flame. Watch my whole stack burn to the stone. First day in, I was broken alone. But every legendary old stone pro took a hard hit on the way to the top.
I got the comments.
Oli Toro, you get back up. Gather courage, take a breath, rise up. Learn the ropes, don't ride on your own. Side by side like a low town posse. Reading charts where the dust winds blow. On eToro, you'll never invest alone.
It's so good. It's so good.
You never invest alone.
Found a few legends at the back of the room, showing green candles cutting through doom. Copied their moves like a shadow and light. Slowly turn red days into bright nights. Ante up small, keep the reins tight. Risk just enough to sleep at night. Every new trade like a card you show. Less wild swing, more steady flow. From the first hard loss to the hard long climb, you learn when to hold and when to dump. On eToro, you get back up. Got the courage, now you trade with your head up. Learn the craft, don't ride solo. Side by side with like-minded folk. Sharing moves where the bright screens glow. On eToro, you'll never invest alone.
It's fire. It's so good.
It's so good.
It is so good. And then I have this one because I started with this. So this is what I did.
This is what the world has become. We spend so much energy to get the AI to work, and we just
like, this is the worst it's ever gonna be, dude. It's the worst it's ever gonna be. By the way, we're in the rumor part of this. We're just like chatting. If you have any questions about any stocks, we can tell you. I don't know. Like, it's crazy, dude. Like, I just don't see this slowing down. Like, yeah, insane. Whoop. Wait a second. I got a knock. Oh. Yeah, it's insane, you know. And it's like, for example, like this one. Oh, Netflix and Oracle.
Taking charts, crooked grin. He's on every damn screen again. Orange tie, green line, red fear. Everything's fine while they steer. They pump air in that balloon. Cheap talk, boom, time's too soon. We toast gains in a plastic cup, knowing it all blows when he blows up. Hey, we're just waiting to get pumped. House of cards getting bumped. All this paper in our hands. Built on bluster, built on scams. We're just waiting to get drunk. Watch the bubbles getting plumbed. Hold your breath, here comes the song. We're just waiting to get drunk.
And then this one. Wait,
He
this
sees
one.
a rig, he sees a shoreline. He takes the much high.
This is reggae.
He'll take the wounds and sell the pain and laugh his way. Your wife and everything. He's a rig, he sees a shoreline. He takes the money in the breeze. If there's a drop of something shining, he wants the roots.
With a little whiskey on the side.
Believe Trump wants your house, your car, your wife, and everything between your life. Your Sunday shirt, your kitchen light, your quiet joy, your sleep at night. Oh, he wants your seed, your soil, your sky, the stories that your elders hide. He'll take the wounds and sell.
Right, let's answer the Netflix and
All right, yeah. It's so good, dude. It's so good. But yeah, Oracle and Netflix. I don't like Netflix, but I bought Netflix calls. I don't like Netflix. I hate Netflix.
Why you don't like it?
Because they're $1 away from me pirating all of that.
How you gonna do that?
I already do it. Maybe. Or maybe not. I'm not
This-
confessing. This is all the things said in this podcast I have to be taken with a kilo of salt.
They are getting more strict on who gets to use the
They're trying, but it's
service, and they have gotten like better over the years. So that tells me they're gonna continue to do that. As far as the stock price, you know what? They are like in a monopoly, like in a way, because they got in the production like so precise and they can produce in numbers, and they start to get their own catalog, like classic series that they're gonna be like popular like forever. And the deal with Warner's Bros, I don't know if that helps them or hurt them, because the market thinks probably that it's better without them than with them.
I think right now the talk is saying actually the opposite. They're actually saying if they don't get Warner Brothers, they're out. Like they're gonna be losing.
Yeah, but not for 70 billion.
Big question here. Big ifs, right? So
That's a big number. So, but how about the stock price? It's in the 80s.
it is. The thing is, just like it's still expensive. The problem I have is that, right? Like it's just like it's so easy to steal the content from Netflix and put it to other places. That's the big problem that I have. And it's like you can never increase prices too much. And then with all of the competition and all the stuff, I've never been a fan of Netflix.
Who is the competition? Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime. You have all of the TVs, Disney. You have
Disney. Yeah, but they're not up to the task. They're not producing hit shows like Netflix. But Netflix is defensive.
Yeah.
Because let's assume let's just speculate that we get into a recession. Are you really not paying your Netflix? Like, you're not going out. You're
The
not
thing
traveling.
is like if you're in a recession, you're finding the cheap stuff.
Yeah, so 84. And
That's
they,
the problem. It's like I just don't like their pricing power, right? Like
that's their main that's the main strength, the pricing power and the competition. Because if you're gonna start now a streaming service, that like really how much money do you need to even start? So this sector is going to get smaller and smaller as time goes by, and they're only going to be like the few players that can produce shows and movies and documentaries like as good as Netflix, Amazon Prime. And it's also defensive. That's why it's not performing so well thus far. What I say is a buy. I mean,
like if you like the stock before this, sure.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah,
You know,
that's
I would
good.
say like it's a buy, right? Could it continue to go lower? Sure. We still don't have any clarity. We have to see how this AI thing plays out in terms of like it still has the software problem in the sense of like we're still finding ways to create new content with other stuff. But the biggest competitor here, and this is something I want to bring up really quickly, I just remembered, the biggest competitor to Netflix is Google. And Google doesn't pay anything for their content other than the servers.
Are you talking about YouTube?
Yeah, correct. That's the biggest competitor.
Yeah, YouTube is not. They're not gonna produce like Stranger Things or like those hit shows that.
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
Yeah, okay.
You know,
You
but
know, you can have them both in your portfolio. That doesn't have to be one or the other. But yeah, I mean,
talk to
what?
the audience for a bit. I need to figure
Okay.
out because there's a delivery guy outside, and I need to find him.
All right, so let me get into the Oracle.
Oracle things. I really don't know about the Oracle thing. So Dragos, explain.
Okay, so let's assume Netflix. You can dip your toes around the 80s and like 1-2% of your portfolio just to dip your toes. If it goes further down, you increase. I wouldn't go too heavy on Netflix right here. Oracle, I'm not a big fan, only because not because of their service or their products, but they cannot be predictable in a way when it comes to earnings. Once they perform well and once they don't, that's not my taste when it comes to equities. And they have proven that they are not one of the big boys. So again, this is not my taste. So if you want to jump in it, I think it's down 11% year to date. But yeah, those two are quite different. I prefer Netflix than Oracle 100%. I hope that answers your question. Amazon I really like. I liked Amazon since like last year, and the stock hasn't gotten anywhere. It's time. I was talking about Amazon.
Yeah, I like Amazon.
I like Amazon too.
I like Amazon.
It has been going sideways for a while now. Not down, but not up really. So I'm well positioned in Amazon. Now I was just telling the guys, oh, WMT, my favorite. WMT. Okay, so the WMT, it's expensive. It's more expensive than NVIDIA, correct, Nestor? I have it.
You gotta have it because it can get more expensive. It can get more expensive.
And it's defensive. Like if we get into trouble, it doesn't matter that it's expensive. It's gonna get more expensive. So it's almost like a way to stabilize your portfolio, because you see those portfolios with everything in tech, and they perform spectacularly. Oracle down by 47% since September 10. Okay, yeah. So there you go. This is in a so this performance in a bull market. We are in a bull market. Is that? I mean,
Oracle is the leper. I kept calling them the lepers of the AI industry and the data center plays, because it's like they're borrowing money in order to sustain this growth. And the problem with borrowing money is it makes you make it makes you make unoptimal decisions, in my opinion. Right? I think their credit default swaps are actually going up in price. So it's people, the investors are scared whether they will be able to pay the debt or not, just because it's so intensive, right? Like it's so capital intensive that sector right now, the data centers. That is like, and the thing is, just like a lot of their future sales are based on OpenAI doing well.
And one thing that I don't like about Oracle is that we're in a bull market and there are infinite money spent in AI, and the stock is not performing well. So
Yeah,
I'm okay for Amazon to be up 5-10% for the year in a year that the S&P perform in the 16%, but I'm not okay, and I will never be okay for a tech stock in this cycle in a bull market to be down this much since September with no good reason other than the earnings that
well, they keep missing.
that's a good reason.
Yeah,
That's a good reason. Okay, I
they
take that
keep
back.
missing, right? So it's like, like we talked about this. It was like, look, like you're in the big 500. You can miss. You can like be conservative, right? And like,
Mhm.
if you're telling me, like, if you're trying to be conservative and you're missing, because that would be my base case right now, and then you're telling me that you're just going to continue to grow like crazy, yet you have not met all of your previous commitments. Oh, in 10 years, I'm going to sell 1 million cars. And how many are selling today? Well, I was supposed to sell 10, but I'm selling 1.
Who
Excuse you?
gives a- who
Obviously,
gives-
it's not that.
Yeah. No, the Max 7, either they would like it or not, they have raised the standards so much, okay, that you have to innovate, your stock has to do well, and you have to make money. You have to do all three of them at the same time, quarter after quarter, year after year.
Yeah.
You're competing with these people. So if you're not doing as well, not better, just as much as they do, then you don't belong in that group. That's why the Mark 7 is like you must have them in your portfolio, like in some capacity.
No, I believe even if it's in the index, you get a little bit of exposure. I mean, like the AI trade is everywhere.
Yeah.
So. But obviously, like buy some of the stocks, at least the ones you believe in. You know.
Yeah.
Like choose the winners, because I think Timothy wanted to talk about Meta. We didn't talk about Meta, but yeah. Any other questions, guys? Put them in the comments. We're more than happy to try to answer you guys. I am gonna go eat because I'm hungry and I've not seen nothing of food.
What are you
I
eating?
really appreciate you guys. We will see you Thursday unless something major happens, which in this economy, maybe I'll see you on the weekend. But yeah,
What are you eating? Tamales?
McDonald's. But they don't have the McRib here
Why?
right now. The
They have
UK
it
is different.
They
The
should
UK
have
is
it
different.
today.
I know, but the UK is always different. Always different. Yeah. So yeah. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I'm gonna leave you with this real quick because I'm gonna mess around. I'm gonna do the mess around. All right, let me have a look. Nope. Give me a second. I wonder which one we're gonna like better. Okay, I think that one is it. All right, let me do this. Share screen. I want to share this. We really appreciate you guys for coming. If you have any questions on eToro, you'll be able to find us. Always, just send your questions. We will try to answer them. If you put them in the YouTube channels, we're trying our best, but I think we've missed a couple. You know?
It's your Thursday fix. News. Rumors. To the moon.
It's great. It's so sick.
Every Thursday mics are on. What's hot now? What's gonna rise? What's gonna dump? Turning headlines into dollar signs. Market buzz. We talk the talk. News and whispers while the figures pump. What's on our desk? That's your edge. Turning every rumor to a paycheck. Market buzz. When the bell rings, tune in, buy in, turn the buzz. big deals, backroom talk, breakout charts and quiet stocks. If it moves the money, it's on the show. Lean in close, we'll let you know. Market Buzz. Market Buzz. We talk the talk. News and whispers while the tickers bomb. What's on our desk? That's your edge. Turning every rumor to a page.
It's great.
It is great.
Market Buzz. Market Buzz.
We have to do a tune for Dimitri's and Walmart.
You know what?
Walmart's around. Ain't no gonna be letting me down.
Oh, yeah. You know what?
That's so good.
You know what? We're laughing about Walmart, but it's becoming people's favorite.
It's
Right?
insane. It
It's
just
insane.
keeps going. It keeps going. And it's like the thing is just like how long can it stay expensive? Forever. Like I can stay expensive forever. Like, that's the problem.
As long as they have stores and they have a plan to grow and they have like an outlook, a positive outlook, yeah, it's gonna keep being expensive.
Yeah.
Walmart.
I can do a Walmart song right now.
Please do.
I will do it. Next episode, make sure you hit like and subscribe and you watch the Walmart episode, the Walmart song from Dimitri's.
Yeah.
We'll make sure. I was walking alone in my American streets when I saw this beautiful thing. It was Walmart.
He will. Yeah, we're gonna have it down for next week.
It's funny because we can start the stream with like a song about the freaking news. Just like this, what's going on? All right, everybody. Graham, L, Dragas, Zach. I have a bunch of people today. Antonio, MVP, all of you guys, assistant. Thanks so much for staying with us. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget, leave your questions. We're more than happy to answer. Thanks so much.
Thank you, guys.
Everybody.
See you guys next week.
Whew. See you guys next week. All right.